After a short boat taxi ride from town to No Name Beach on Klein Bonaire, we quickly gear up and walk along southbound to a marked location to let us know where there is a cut in the reef so we can swim safely through it to get to the deep side for a drift along with the northbound current back to No Name Beach. The snorkeling here is pretty much on your own, although gear is provided, guides are not. For this reason, beginners should get some safety advice from those with experience. I often see new snorkelers unfamiliar with the area enter the water at the boat landing and not see the reef. Plus, they spend so much energy fighting the current. Today, the seas are rather choppy and the visibility is not as good as we have had in the past, but Klein Bonaire still has some of the best water clarity in the shallow waters for the snorkelers. On the 29th day of September 2016, the edge of Hurricane Matthew brushed Bonaire with heavy rains and high winds. But mostly, large devastating waves caused considerable damage to one of my favorite snorkeling reefs on Klein Bonaire, Ebo's Reef. I first dove Ebo's Reef back in 1975 with Ebo as my guide and Captain Don Stewart, our dive boat captain. Ebo was very proud of this dive site, and he made sure that you knew that. Normally, it is the eastern side of the island that gets pounded by high waves, but this hurricane caused a wind reversal of the seas, which pounded the leeward side of the island for a week. The most damage was done in the shallows that snorkelers visit, as we see in these video clips. Tons of staghorn, elkhorn, and fire corals were broken off and scattered in the sand. If that wasn't bad enough, the turbulence in the shallows pulled up the sand from the bottom and deposited layer upon layer on the more sturdy brain coral and larger elkhorn coral, killing the coral polyps. Weaker marine growth like sea fans and large tube sponges have been completely destroyed. It will likely take a couple decades for this reef to recover the way it was before the hurricane damage. Once the corals are destroyed, the food chain is broken and the abundant fish life leave in search of reefs that were unaffected. Beyond the shallow reef line, about 30 to 40 feet deep, the reef is pretty much damage-free, so scuba diving is still excellent in the deeper waters of Klein Bonaire.